In our previous video, 10th MAS Flotilla's daring raids in Gibraltar, we talked about the Italian combat divers of the Decima Flotilla MAS and their daring sabotage operations at the Rock. These missions took place between December 1942 and May 1943. However, this time we will travel even further back in time to December 1941 to learn about one of their most legendary missions, the assault on the British naval base in Alexandria. This operation would showcase the ingenuity, bravery, and deadly effectiveness of the Italian submarine commandos. Whether you've seen that video or not, stay with us to learn firsthand about the incredible story of the Decima Flotilla MAS divers in Egyptian waters. Operation G3, the Italian raids on Alexandria. On the night of December 18, 1941, as silence reigned over the Mediterranean waters, a group of 6 men, armed with fierce determination and cutting-edge engineering tools, embarked on one of the most audacious missions of World War II, Operation G3, also known as the Attack on Alexandria. Led by the elite of the Italian Navy, the Decima Flotilla MAS, the mission had an extremely challenging objective: to disable the powerful battleships of the British Royal Navy in the port of Alexandria, and by doing so, attempt to change the course of the war in the Mediterranean. Historical context. The Decima Flotilla MAS was born out of the need to counterbalance the weakness of the Regia Marina against the powerful British Royal Navy, at a time when the expansionist ambitions of Mussolini's fascist regime and Nazi Germany had completely destabilized Europe. It became evident that Italy needed an unconventional strategy to level the naval power. The origins of this special unit date back to 1939, with the creation of the first flotilla MAS, under the command of Captain Paolo Aloisi. Initially, it consisted of 5 squadrons with a total of 20 men, stationed at a base near La Spezia. When World War II broke out, additional flotillas and several autonomous squadrons were added. However, the first flotilla focused exclusively on assault operations between 1940 and 1943, sinking a total of 16 enemy ships. Despite these successes, the first sabotage attempts in Alexandria and Gibraltar were marked by failures and heavy casualties. These early defeats led to a reorganization of the unit and a name change to Decima Flotilla MAS in honor of Julius Caesar's 10th Legion. This time, command was given to Captain Vittorio Makagata, who enhanced their tactics and prepared the unit for more complex operations. The mission. In the weeks leading up to the operation, the selected commandos underwent grueling training. They were trained to operate human torpedoes, known as Maiali, Italian for pig, due to their slow speed and rounded shape. These devices, also called SLC, Siluro a Lenta Corsa, were modified torpedoes maneuvered by 2 divers. Although innovative, the Maiali were notoriously fragile, with engines prone to failure and delicate mechanisms requiring constant attention. The operation began on December 3, 1941, when the Shires submarine, commanded by Junio Valerio Borghese, left La Spezia for Leros Island in the Aegean Sea. There, they picked up the 6 men and their 3 Maiali. During the journey to Alexandria, the team faced storms and adverse conditions, forcing them to remain submerged for 2 days before reaching their position 13 miles from the Egyptian port. Under the cover of night, the commandos entered the water with their human torpedoes. However, the port of Alexandria was one of the most heavily protected in the Mediterranean, with anti-torpedo nets and constant surveillance. Each team had a specific target. Luigi Durand de la Pen and Emilio Bianchi were assigned to sabotage the HMS Valiant. Antonio Marseglia and Spartaco Shergat targeted the HMS Queen Elizabeth. Vincenzo Martellotta and Mario Marino were to attack an aircraft carrier allegedly docked in Alexandria. Meanwhile, Durand de la Penne and Bianchi encountered problems almost immediately. Their Maiali suffered a mechanical failure, forcing them to push it manually. Bianchi, weakened by a breathing equipment malfunction, had to stop, leaving Durand de la Penne to continue alone. Against all odds, he managed to attach the explosive charge to the HMS Valiant before being captured. On the other hand, Marseglia and Shergat successfully placed their mine under HMS Queen Elizabeth and escaped by blending in with French sailors in the port. However, Martellotta and Marino, unable to find the aircraft carrier, decided to place their explosive charge beneath the tanker Sagona, which caused collateral damage to the destroyer HMS Jervis. In the early hours of December 19, 1941, the explosive charges detonated almost simultaneously. The HMS Valiant suffered severe structural damage. The HMS Queen Elizabeth was out of action for 17 months. The Sagona tanker exploded, causing serious damage to the HMS Jervis. Durand de la Penne, imprisoned aboard the HMS Valiant, warned the British captain about the imminent explosion without revealing the exact location of the mine, allowing for evacuation and saving many lives. His code of honor was respected even by his captors. The operation was a resounding success. Although the British ships did not sink, they were disabled for months, significantly weakening the Royal Navy's position in the Mediterranean. This blow, combined with the sinking of HMS Barham by a German submarine near Crete, temporarily gave the Italian fleet an advantage in the Mediterranean. Recognition and legacy. After Italy's surrender in 1943, the 6 captured commandos were repatriated and awarded for their actions. Years later, during a ceremony at the Taranto Naval Base, Admiral Sir Charles Morgan, former commander of the HMS Valiant, spontaneously stepped forward and requested the privilege of personally bestowing the Gold Medal for Military Valor upon Luigi Durand de la Penne, in recognition of his bravery. If you want to stay updated on our latest videos and podcasts, subscribe and activate the notification bell. Your support is crucial. See you in the next video.